At the top of the summer, I left beautiful Miami. Look, even looking at these videos has me like, I left Miami and headed to Ohio after purchasing my childhood home that I'm attempting to DIY. Come with me. We're back at the house, and back at the house, my worst nightmare came true. I heard a real animal in my basement. Now, I have no idea what that was, but I know it was large because I could hear it throughout my house. And I think it was coming from here. So remember when I first got the house, it had these really big holes in the asphalt. And when my mom told me groundhogs did it, I did not believe her. But I actually found how the groundhogs had actually cracked that asphalt and where they had been digging along. Here you can see where it popped the lattice and went straight down into that hole. The current lattice was in such bad shape that a few kicks and that thing was out the way. I then used the shovel to smooth out all the rocks and dirt that was underneath. Next, I prepped my concrete to pour. I started off with a little bit of water in my bucket and then slow poured the concrete mix and then mixed it with my actual drill. Now, for this whole portion, I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not really saying that this is what you should do. Like, this is not even the correct power drill to do this, but I know that pretty much at whatever consistency you pour concrete, it's going to harden. So I was like, let me just, fix this up as best as I can. I think I did a pretty good job, especially when the ultimate goal for this right here was just making sure that no animals could get back through this hole. Then I got my mortar mix ready to repair because, again, there were cracks and crevices in the brick, and I wanted to make sure that no mice can get through there. Mice can squeeze through the size of a dime, okay? So while this is not pretty, it's sealed. And for right now, that is good enough for me. Now, I did this early in the day on October 10th. Later in the day, I was hearing this. I immediately called up the realest I know, my good friend Kat. I trusted Kat to lead the way. I definitely was going to be her backup in case anything were to go down. I know we've all seen that Martin episode, and that's what I was having flashbacks up in my head. Unfortunately, by the time she got to my house, I could no longer hear exactly where the noise was. And we went around the entire basement. I could not figure out where the sound had been coming from earlier in the day. And I had to go to New York the next day. So I closed my basement door real tight and said, this is a problem for another day. As a DIYer, some days are just like that. Stay tuned for more as I head to New York, then back to Ohio again to finish up your favorite rental. Subscribe and like for more.